Yeah. I just want to know, is it going to be the same old bull crap over and over and over and over again? That's what I need to know. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not impressed, right? We're gonna wait for the people to come in. We're gonna start very, very shortly, right? But I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by this move right here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like it. I don't find nothing about it. It's the same old stuff over and over and over again. Right? Because there's something else that we still have to speak on, right? There's something that we have to speak on related to this whole Baltimore Ravens thing. Because see, I'm so sick of the you have no excuses theme, right? Because now it gets interesting. It gets very interesting. You want to know why? Well, when people come in, we're going to speak on it. We're going to speak on what I'm talking about. It's going to get very, very interesting, right? I didn't put myself on camera yet. It's going to get very interesting, right? And I hope you guys understand. It's going to be the same old thing over and over and over and over again, right? Shout out to everybody that's already here. For anybody else that's going to come in and watch the playback, shout out to you too. Shout out to the people that's already in the chat, right? But we have to have this conversation because I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm not impressed, right? I'm not impressed. See, let me just start off soft. I feel, right? I really feel like this whole thing with Lamar is getting out of hand. I called this about Lamar years, years ago. Now, no, granted, it's not like he's been playing in the league for freaking 15 years. I understand that. So I know I'm not trying to go overboard when I say years, but let's keep it 100. He came in the league in 2018, right? He was drafted in 2018. He didn't start right away, right? Flacco was there. Understand that, right? I understand that. But it's a couple of things that a lot of people is missing when it comes to this whole conversation about your man Lamar, right? There's a lot of things that people's forgetting about. And you want to know what that is? I'm going to tell you what a lot of people's forgetting about. We just had the same Josh Allen talk not too long ago. Right? So what do I mean? Right? Because we're going to jump right into it. Forget about the bullshit. Right? So we're going to jump right into it. Maxx Crosby, right? Let's say a former Raider, right? From what I understand, it's going to happen, but the official paperwork from what I know can't be signed until like next week or something like that, right? Whatever that is, right? But it's official, he's going to go there, right? He's basically a Raven, right? Former Raiders, Maxx Crosby. Now he's a Baltimore Raven. So what happens is everybody jumped off of not everybody, not Bills fans, but just fans in general. They jumped off of the whole Buffalo Bills hype train and jumped right back onto the Baltimore Ravens hype train. Here's the thing about this, y'all. Audience, please understand this. Please understand this. And this is where I get tired of the bullshit. We just finished going through the whole Josh Allen has no excuses now, right? He has to win now, right? Okay, fine. Now it's the whole Lamar. Well, we've been saying that, but I'm just saying, right? As far as the media, he has no excuses now. But here's the thing about this with this whole Lamar thing. He's been going through this ever since he got in the league. What is his excuse? What is his excuse? You know, they gave him running backs. You know, there's times he got to play with wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? There's been times when the Ravens has been ranked high on a defense. I'm sorry, on a defense chart, right? It's not like they always had a sucky defense. They was known for one of the best defenses and all that, right? So like, so he's gotten treated good, right? But always fail. So I ask this audience, right? Lamar, Josh Allen, they both came in the league at the same time. We keep hearing Josh Allen has no excuse thing. He failed to do it this past season when your man Patrick Mahomes got hurt, right? Now, this is for everybody that thinks it's real. I'm having this conversation with you guys because it's getting a little bit tiring after a while. So, we went through that whole thing with Josh Allen having no excuses. Patrick Mahomes goes down. Doesn't even make it to the playoffs. Josh Allen failed. Same thing here now with Lamar, right? Now let me tell you why we're gonna have this same conversation next year around the same time. You want to know why? Because Josh Allen and Lamar are in the same division. Not division. I'm sorry. Let's take that back. They're in the same conference, people. My mistake on that one. They're in the same conference. Which means, y'all, guess what? Only one of them can make it out. Only one of them can go to the Super Bowl. And only one of them can win the Super Bowl. So I ask, what's the difference between Lamar and Josh Allen when it comes to the no excuse? Because audience, people, you know only one of them can win, right? They're in the same goddamn conference. They're in the same conference. Lamar, Josh Allen has no excuses. We keep saying that for him every year, right? Lamar, have no excuses. Now he has Crosby. What's the excuse? So who's going to the Super Bowl this year? I mean, this upcoming season. Is it going to be Lamar? Is it going to be Josh Allen? Which one of them is going to go to the Super Bowl? Because think about it. Soon as one of these guys fail again, we're going to have the same conversation. What was their excuse then? Right? What's going to happen now? Right? When Lamar had got Derrick Henry, what was their excuse when they failed? Right? How many years they had Derrick Henry? 2 years or something, right? 2 seasons they had Derrick Henry so far, right? I believe, right? I think it was 2 years, right? This past season was the second year, right? On my bucket, right? But what I'm trying to say is, so one of them's gonna have to fail again, and being that one of them has to fail, it's gonna go back to the same shit over and over and over again with the media. What's going to be Lamar's excuse? What's going to be Josh Allen's excuse? That's what I want to know. Because think about it. One of them can't make it. It'll be a difference if Josh Allen and Lamar was in 2 separate conferences, and then you guys in the chat, you guys that's watching, you guys is going to watch the playback, or even the media, you can say, well, you know what? They can meet in the Super Bowl, but that can't happen. Now, yes, they can meet in the AFC Championship, right? That can happen, but then once one of them lose, it's gonna go back to the same conversation again on how Lamar failed or how Josh Allen failed. Yes, Lamar, I think he went to like 1 AFC championship. Josh Allen, how many AFC championships Josh Allen been to? Maybe 2, right? 2 or 1 or some shit like that, right? It's going to be the same shit all over again. All over again. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Anybody that's watching, please, for all you guys that's watching, please don't be fooled by this whole Maxx Crosby thing. I'm sorry. You cannot be fooled, and you cannot be fooled. right? I know this is early. They didn't even get to freaking play one down together yet. I mean, not one down because one's on the defense, one's on the offense, and I'm talking about Lamar and Crosby. But what I'm trying to say is be careful about this, right? I'm seeing a lot of conversation about now that Maxx Crosby is free. He is free from the Raiders, right? He's free from the Raiders. Oh, now he can do something. Listen, if it's in the script for the Ravens to win this year, so be it. Fine. But then it brings us right back to that whole Josh Allen talk. Josh Allen failed yet again. Now, if Josh Allen goes farther than Lamar this upcoming season, then now we could come back to this stream and say, well, your man Maxx Crosby was a goddamn failure. Lamar was a failure. Of course, that shit didn't even make no sense because, look, they still can't win no goddamn Super Bowl. And I hope you guys is ready for that. It's don't fall for it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be no hater. Anybody that's watching, please, anyone that's watching that's new to this platform, I am not hating at all. But at some point, you guys have to understand what's going on. These things are hype jobs. They are hype jobs. That's all it is. It's a hype job. You know what I kept saying all over Twitter? This is what I kept saying all over Twitter. I'm hearing a lot of people in the media, they're just hyping this shit up. Fine, okay, you guys think it looks good. Oh, Maxx Crosby, this is the piece that the Ravens been missing. Now he's there. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. You know what I said? I had to let people know. Well, you know what? Him going there, that's the least of your worries. That's the least of your worries. That's gonna be one of my new sounds too on the soundboard, right? That's the least of your worries. You know what I spoke about? I was under all these all these media Twitter accounts. You know what I said? You guys know what I'm known for when it comes to talking about Lamar, because I feel like I was like one of the first to talk about it. And I spoke about it years ago. You know what that is. Lamar Jackson's image.
Are you fucking serious?
Lamar Jackson's image. You know the media can't speak about that. What do I always say? When you look a certain way, and this is not about being racist or anything. The guys that been rocking with me from the beginning, they already know the deal. So they know I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be racist. It's not about that. But it is what it is when it comes to the NFL. This is a business. The NFL is a business. And I want somebody in the chat or somebody that is not in the chat that is watching in the chat, could you please write one black quarterback that was able to win the Super Bowl? One black quarterback that was able to win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson's image. Go. Oh, shit. Oh, this cranberry juice is so good. Oh, shit, so good. It's so fucking good. Somebody in the goddamn chat or somebody that's watching, please let me know. When was the last time we saw a quarterback with Lamar Jackson's image win the Super Bowl? Please let me know. I'm willing to bet anybody that we have never seen it. Never seen it. I've been going hard about that for a long time. Doug Williams, he didn't have that image. He didn't have that image. Doug Williams didn't have that image. Right? He didn't have the image. Who else was after him? Russell Wilson, right? A lot of people say, you want to put Russell Wilson as a black quarterback. He didn't have that image. Who was after that? What? Patrick Mahomes, right? Because Patrick Mahomes, you have a black daddy, that means you're black, right? So that's what y'all want to do, right? That's how y'all want to call it, right? Fine. Okay, let's put Patrick Mahomes in the the 100% black category. Fine. Does Patrick Mahomes have that image? So Doug Williams, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. Who else? Jalen Hurts. Does Jalen Hurts have that image? I remember didn't he have braids in college? He had braids in college at one time. Guess what? In order for you to want to play in the Super Bowl, oh no. In order for you to win the Super Bowl, you gotta cut that shit off.
Are you fucking serious?
You see what I'm saying here? And we talking about the black quarterbacks that there's other black quarterbacks who went to the Super Bowl. Let's not, but I'm talking about win. And the reason why I'm saying win is because since Maxx Crosby's news came out, every single person who's a Raven fan seems to think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. Not play in the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl because Maxx Crosby is now there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still here. That's my problem. That's my argument. Now, listen, if the Baltimore Ravens was to win the Super Bowl, I can come on here and say, NFL, they let it happen. They let it happen. They let it happen. They let it happen. And I will shit on myself. You guys don't even have to do it for me. I will do it myself for the NFL letting it happen. But I remember years ago, and I always stood on that. If you have a thug image, I had this take before Lamar came in the NFL. I've always had that take about black quarterbacks. This is not new. Just because you guys heard me say it, maybe just now, a year ago, 2 years ago, I've always had that thought. I've had that thought before I was going live. I've always had this talking point. Always. If you look a certain way, they are not going to let you get on the camera and say, Lamar, where you going? I'm going to Disneyland.
Are you fucking serious?
Lamar, what's the next stop you're going? And I'm not trying to be funny, but if he's looking like a thug with braids, how does that image make sense when he's looking at the camera with braids and they ask him, Lamar, where you going? And I'm going to Disneyland. They don't let that happen. You have to look a certain way. This is business. And that's the thing. A lot of people may not like what I'm saying, and I don't care. For anyone that just came in, no, am I slow? Look, we got another one here. Am I slow? Now you tell me, Brandon, why Lamar did not win the Super Bowl? How come he hasn't won the Super Bowl yet? Because we got somebody in the chat right here that actually thinks sports is real. We have another one, y'all. We have another one. And this is the shit that I like. Bring it all. Bring all that smoke here. I don't run from that shit. We have another one. Who thinks sports is real. We have another one who doesn't understand the business of sports. We have another one who thinks Maxx Crosby is here with the Ravens, and these motherfuckers are gonna win the next 10 Super Bowls. We have another one, y'all. This is exactly what I like. Anybody else that's watching that comes in here and hear what I'm saying and exits because what I'm saying, I really don't give a fuck. Because what some people need to do is sit back and listen to what I'm saying before they get offended. Certain quarterbacks are put in certain positions to fucking lose. Some quarterbacks are put in certain positions to fucking win. That's just how it goes. If you are a fan, you may want to reconsider certain teams that you cheer for. Once again, anybody that's new here listening, I always direct my supporters. When I'm talking about quarterbacks, you know what I tell them? Go right now, fuck it, go on NFL. Go on the actual source. Go on NFL.com, right? Or go on Google and type in the top 10 current and at highest paid NFL quarterbacks. And please tell me what you see with the top 10. And please tell me, out of all the top 10 that you see, how many of them actually picked up a Lombardi trophy out of the top 10. Listen. For anyone that's listening, the top 10 quarterbacks, right? The top 10 quarterbacks, please let me know the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks, because I'm always going to keep saying that. Please let me know how many of them actually raised a Lombardi trophy. Go ahead, take your time. I have all day. And that's the problem. See, what it is this. Shout out to my guys in the chat cooking, right? What it is this. You guys want to believe this shit is real. It's a fucking business. It's a business. It's a business. If a black quarterback wins the Super Bowl, you have to have a certain image. Doug Williams was able to do it. He had the image. He had the good boy image. Russell Wilson, he was able to do it. He had the good boy image. Patrick Mahomes was able to do it. He had the good boy image. Jalen Hurts was able to do it. He had the good boy image. Lamar does not have the image to look at the TV and say, I am going to Disneyland, Disney World, whatever one. Unless he changes his image. Unless he changes his image. He can definitely win a Super Bowl if that image was to change. That's what you guys don't understand. Whether we like the quarterback that wins the Super Bowl or not, do you understand it's a certain pattern with certain, first and foremost, Lamar, right? He would have to change his image, right? No. I'm not overthinking, bro. This is exactly how it is. This is business. Okay. This is, no. I'm not overthinking it because I've had this talking point for years, respectfully. I'm not overthinking it. I promise you, bro. I'm not overthinking it. That's how, it's crazy how people really believe that the NFL's paying. Like this is my point. It's crazy how a lot of people think the NFL, like really think about this. Close your eyes for a second. The NFL is owned by a bunch of billionaires together, right? Roger Goodell was just basically the spokesman. You could call him like the president. He's the face, but it's owned by a collective, which is every single owner for every team. You put them together, they own the NFL together, right? Do you really think they are going to pay a bunch? Think about it, y'all. These are billionaires. They're going to pay a bunch of young men, right? Young men. And then sit there and say, may the best man win. You guys go out there on the field and may the best man win. We will not interfere. No way, no how. May the best man win. And I'm going to pay you millions and millions of dollars. And we as the owners will not have no say-so on how these games end. We will absolutely fall back. May the best man win. And, oh, by the way, we also have deals with the sports books at that.
Are you fucking serious?
Then why Josh Allen never won? There's a lot of white quarterbacks that never won. There's a lot of white quarterbacks that never won. Every white quarterback can't win either. And Josh, you want to know why, Brent? But you know what? That's a good question. Shout out to Brandon on that one. He said, why the Bills never, why Josh Allen never won? Well, think about it. He's on the Buffalo Bills. Another organization that doesn't win Super Bowls. That's an organization that doesn't win Super Bowls. Brandon, this is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. Right? Yeah, Dan Marino never won. They call him one of, there's a lot of people that say he's the best thrower ever. He's the best quarterback ever. That's subjective. We don't have to get into that conversation. But a lot of people say that. Right? But think about it like this, Brandon. Think about all the quarterbacks who was in the top 10, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, after you get off this live, Google top 10 highest paid quarterbacks currently, because we know contracts switch, And once again, let me know out of all 10 of them, because it's just not all black. Tell me why. Out of the top 10, how many of them raise a Lombardi trophy, bro? You know what I always say? This is what I always say, and this has nothing to do with black or white. Quarterbacks, the top paid quarterbacks get paid to what? I need every single subscriber that rocks with me in the chat to finish off what I just said, and I need y'all to do it one after the other. Top paid quarterbacks get paid to what? Top paid quarterbacks get paid to what? Write the 4-letter word in the chat right now, because people have to understand what's going on. I don't want you guys, and this is even you too, Brandon. I don't want you to fall for this shit. That's what I'm saying. Top paid quarterbacks get paid to do what? Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, Yosef. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Mello. Thank you. You guys read it? Thank you, Dirty. Thank you, Yeti. Thank you. They get paid. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Rob. They paying attention. Listen, Brandon, I need you to understand what's going on. Thank you, Ricky. They get paid to fucking lose, people. This is what I need you guys to understand. Because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this hype train, this fake hype train. Now listen, I'm going to say it once again. Is there a future for Lamar to win a Super Bowl? Who knows? Maybe so. But what I'm saying is his image has to change. I don't think a lot of people pay attention to this shit. And on another thing, for anybody else that's listening, right? Because I feel like a broken record. Do me a favor and please let me know, out of all the quarterbacks that lose, no, not lose, all the quarterbacks who win, please let me know how many of them actually have a family or a wife, things of that nature. All the quarterbacks that usually win have shit together in their personal life. It's business more than a game, and I think that's where a lot of people get shit confused. It's business. Forget about the game. The game, that's what we enjoy. You see what I'm saying? The game is what we enjoy. Everybody in the chat, the Donalds, the Robs, the A Settles, the Rickies, the Brandons, the Yosefs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the player maids, everybody that's in the chat, the Ronalds, you know what I'm saying? The Kings, every single guy that's in the chat right now, the Bills, you know what I'm saying? The A, all you guys, we watch it for entertainment, right? Some of you guys probably have teams that you would like to see win. Yes, but you cannot confuse that part with the business part. And once everybody understands that, they will understand how sports is more of a business than it is just mainly for entertainment. It's for our entertainment, but for those guys in the suits, the ones that's paying the big bills, that's business. I'm not no billionaire. I ain't no millionaire. I can't pay no Lamar no top dollar. But you know that owner, they can do it. That's business for them. For me, it's entertainment. You have to, and what do I always tell you guys? When it comes down into let's just say football, because that's what we're talking about. You maybe you can take a piece of paper, or you can go on a chalkboard, or you can have a big paper, right? Make sure you take your marker out and you do process of elimination when it comes to everybody. When it comes to all these quarterbacks, just do process of elimination. You know how I do my process of elimination? Some people may get offended by this, but I'm going to tell you, this is how I do my process of elimination, right? So I take all teams, right? And what I do is I eliminate, okay, what teams have, respectfully, what teams have black head coaches? All the teams that have black head coaches, respectfully, I'm sorry, I crossed them out. They're not winning the Super Bowl. I do this every year because, things can change. Things can change, right? By the way, I have to let that be known. But, okay, so I look at all the teams. You have a black head coach. You have a black head coach. You have a black head coach. Okay, you may play in a Super Bowl. Oh, but Mike Tomlin was the last one, so I have to go with the pattern. Or what I see, black head coaches usually don't win. I'm sorry, you got to get crossed out. I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at black quarterbacks. If you look a certain way, I'm sorry, I may have to cross you out. Right? Okay, now let's look at if you're a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, I automatically cross you out.
Are you fucking serious?
Crossed out. Right? They should be the first on everybody's fucking list no matter what. You got Dak Prescott, and then Dak Prescott is the highest fucking paid quarterback, and for some reason these motherfuckers can't even play in a forget the Super Bowl, they can't even play in the NFC Championship, so that should be an automatic cross the hell out. What else? I start looking at things like that. Okay, Detroit Lions. It doesn't matter if they have a black head coach, white head coach, white quarterback, black quarterback. It doesn't matter. I automatically cross the Detroit Lions out anyway. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is if you do process of elimination, the odds work in your favor a lot. That's exactly what I did with the Seattle Seahawks this past season. There was everything that worked in their favor. You guys may not like what I'm saying, right? You may not like what I'm saying, but it's true. Do something about what? So Brandon says, so Brandon says, so do something about it instead of talking. You talking about me? I like that you said that. Here's the problem with that. I can't do something on it by myself. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say. I'm at least doing my. Let me tell you guys something. The shit that I'm doing here on Rig Scripting and Fix is something that a lot of grown ass men is afraid to do. They afraid to come here and speak. And then not only that, let's keep it 100. When it comes to the whole rig community, how many men that's in the rig community that actually show their face when they talking about how fucked up sports is? Let's keep it 100 there. How many men, like if you go on YouTube and type in and look for the rig community, how many men, even the dudes that do gematria, right? The dudes that do the shit I do, how many of them actually show their face? I am doing something about it. I am putting awareness to the shit that goes on. Now, it's your choice to listen or not, to follow it or not, but I'm trying to grow the community. I'm at least trying to do it. And not only that, too, there's been people that followed my advice and they actually fucking won money off of it, too. So you can't say I'm not doing nothing about it. I'm at least putting people on to what's going on. with sports. You see what I'm saying? Not a lot of dudes show their face. Let's keep it real. They don't show their face like that. Some of them actually change their voice when they talk. You think I don't know that? I know that. They show they hide their face. They don't show their face. Go on Twitter. All those rigged accounts and shit like that got more followers than they don't show their face. I show my face because I stand on the things that I say. Nobody likes to hear. You know what it is? Listen, guys. You know what's so crazy, chat? They like to hear it, but then they don't like to hear it because it's like, damn, he kind of got a point. I don't like him. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy, but he kind of got a point. I'm a Lamar fan, and this don't help. It doesn't have to help. It doesn't. You want to know why? Because nobody's going to listen. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I'm not trashing. I don't think people understand where I'm trying to go here. I'm not trashing Lamar. I'm actually talking about how fucked up these leagues are. Because, by the way, for anybody that's also new, right? I see Marlon saying what he's saying, like what I'm saying don't help. I see Brandon disagreeing with me. There's a lot of other people that's probably listening that don't that disagrees with what I'm saying 1000%. But let me tell you guys something. And everybody that's been rocking with me for a long time can also tell you this too. When I say if the NFL was real, once again, if the NFL was real, who do I think? Me, B Fire, right? Who? Like listen here. Check this out, Marlon. Check this out. Anybody in the chat that's been rocking with me will tell you, if I thought the NFL was 100% real, everybody in the chat that's been rocking with me that really pays attention to me, who do I say is the most talented, best football quarterback in the league if NFL was real? Go ahead. Please write it in the chat and don't take a long time either. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you guys know. For anyone that is listening that thinks I'm shitting on Lamar, the people that's been rocking with me will tell you who do I think is the most talented and actually the best current quarterback if NFL was real. If there was no rigging involved, no scripting involved, and no fiction involved. Anybody in the chat will let you know who do I always say is actually the best quarterback, the most talented one currently, right now, if it was all real. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Reserve. Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you. They just said it. Lamar Jackson, people. Lamar Jackson. Lamar. You see what I'm saying, Marlon? Thank you, Yosef. I say it all the time, and it's on record. Thank you, A Settles. It's on record. So if anybody ever wanted to pull some shit and try to expose me, that won't work. I say it all the time. If there was no rigging, scripting, and fixing involved in football, right? Lamar Jackson is by far the best quarterback in the league currently. I say it all the time. I say, and that's the reason why I tell people, if you're new here, please understand what I'm saying, and please check out my other shit before you guys get at me. You see what I'm saying? I want you guys to. Oh, you saying? No, I meant the Crosby trade don't help. Please excuse my speech. Oh, so then I take that back. I wasn't mad, but I was just clarifying just in case. But I want to let you know, so I want to let you know, Marlins fan, that this is not really to shit on Lamar. And for anyone that's not in the chat that is watching, please do not take me the wrong way. I know I sound passionate about what I'm saying, but it's a reason why. It's because this happens time after time after time after time again. I'm not trying to pull people over to the rig, scripted, and fixed side, but I want you guys to wake up. And please understand, a lot of you guys are being played for a fool. Whenever the media hypes something up, you're best to get away from it. You have to get away from it. Why should you get away from it? Because these leagues is also in bed with the sports books. That makes no sense. So if they're overly hyping something, right? If the media is overly hyping something, if ESPN's overly hyping something, all these other sports channels is overly hyping something, right? You know what the casual fan is gonna do? They're gonna go and bet the future for that team to win. You want to know why? Because who's gonna argue with these guys? These guys is the ones that's up close and personal with the players. A lot of these guys were former players. So what happens is we look at what they say as God. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh man, like for instance, when Stephen A. Smith is talking, right? He's never played football before, but you don't think he could call certain football players, right? He's a top guy at ESPN. He's he's within arm's reach. So what happens is and he's been doing this for a year. I mean, for years. He's a journalist or whatever he calls himself. He's well spoken, right? He talks craziness, but he's well spoken. He can do his job very well. So what happens is if you listen to me versus a Stephen A. Smith, I'm willing to bet 100% of you guys is going to listen to Stephen A. Smith before me because he has the credentials. And that's a dangerous thing because when you have these guys that also work for these networks and these networks work with the leagues and the leagues work with the sports books, and then your ass goes out, takes your hard-earned money, and you go and bet on these teams to win, and what happens is these teams don't even make the playoffs or they don't win, they got your fucking money.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh my God, that cranberry juice was so good. So you guys get what I'm saying, right? You guys get what I'm saying, right? No, wait, Yosef. The media picked the Seahawks after they was on a roll already. See, here's the thing, Yosef. That's why it's up there. If anybody goes to my videos, they would see me talk about the Seahawks when nobody else was talking about the Seahawks. I was getting laughed at. Matter of fact, I was getting laughed at by some of you guys. You guys know that. You know I don't get offended by that. But you know, we had a laughing moment. Remember when I made those lives about the Seahawks? In the beginning of the season? It's still up. For anybody that's watching too. Oh, me talking about the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl, it's still up there. It's still up there. Go to September or October. It's still up there. And me saying shit about Sam Darnold, that's on Twitter. I said that a year ago. I actually said this was going to happen, and I'm going to get into why I said what I said about Sam Darnold in a couple of minutes. But let me finish. Right? This is what I've been trying to tell people. Don't fall for the shit they talk about. Now, if the Ravens win the championship, well, the Super Bowl, so be it. But I'll tell you this much. If Lamar keeps his image that he has now and the Ravens do win the Super Bowl, I guarantee you we will see a change in his image. Two things have to happen. Either he has to change his image before they let him win a Super Bowl, or if they let him win a Super Bowl right now, this season, I guarantee you that image is going to change. I bet any single one of you guys. What's good, Dez? And yeah, preseason over the summer, I actually said it. Yes, I did. I just did the live after, in the start of the season. But that's what I'm saying. I spoke about that, and I spoke about the whole 14. We're not even going to get started on that number because you know I can go on all day, and I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys, all my guys, is be fired. Shut the hell up with this damn 14. We get it. You was right. Yes, and number 14 is still going on. So I'm not going to stuff your throats with the number 14 again. You get what I'm saying? If he wins, shout out to all my guys in the chat. If he does win, right? If he does win, his image will have to change after that. Either or, Lamar's image is going to have to change before or after he wins a Super Bowl. Either or, that's if he's going to win a Super Bowl. Or you know what? He just may end up being a Michael Vick 2.0. You know, we had that conversation already. We had that conversation. I had that. Bro, when did I have that conversation? Like 3 years ago? Who was better, him or Michael Vick or whatever? We ain't gonna go there. But I'm just saying, though, it could be another 2.0. This is what I want you guys to understand. Just because they have Maxx Crosby, don't just run off and say the Ravens is the Super Bowl champions. Because you know why? Some of you guys that's watching, you like this. But at the same time, you're also saying that this is going to be Josh Allen's year as well. It can't be both. You would actually have to choose who's going to win the Super Bowl first. Matter of fact, fuck first. This year coming up, who's going to win the Super Bowl? The Bills or the Ravens? You guys get what I'm saying? Shout out to the new people in the chat. I just need you guys to understand what I'm saying. The last, listen, A Settle says Lamar will never get a ring. Lamar will never. You know a lot of people feel that way, right? If this shit is real, that this is and Yosef is everybody. Yosef is he's a Philly fan. You can't tell him no wrong about Philly. Yeah, that's him. That's Yosef. That's his stance. You can't fight him with Philly. And what Yosef is saying is, if this shit was real, McNabb will have a ring. He would have had a ring already. I can't fight that because we do know. I mean, let's keep it real. In the early 2000s, the Philadelphia Eagles, they seem to have played in a lot of not AFC, NFC championships, or even NFC division, division games in the playoffs. And for some reason, they always like Andy Reid always came up. He always failed, except for that one year when they got to face the Patriots, right? And lost, right? But McNabb, black quarterback. You have McNair, just to name. There's been a lot of black quarterbacks. Let's keep it real. But we cannot deny the fact that a lot of black quarterbacks do not take you to the promised land, and all of them didn't even have a certain type of image. Let's just go with hood image. A lot of them didn't have that hood image. Lamar had a hood image. Michael Vick had a hood image. Michael Vick was from VA. He come on. Let's just keep it 100, y'all. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that. He had this certain image. It didn't work out for him in the end. And what I mean by that is winning a Super Bowl. It didn't work out for him with the Atlanta Falcons. It didn't work out for him when he became a Eagle, a Philadelphia Eagle. You see what I'm saying? Lamar. Now we got Lamar, right? He has a certain image. I don't give a fuck about no one's image personally. I don't care about that shit. I'm talking about how they see it business wise. You can tell. You know it. You know what it is? A lot of people don't like what I'm saying, or they will dismiss what I'm saying because you don't hear it on ESPN. You don't hear it on the big networks. You just hear it on my little old YouTube, right? Let's keep it 100. So you're like, this motherfucker don't know what he talking about. But I just want you guys to do your research. Or matter of fact, some of you guys already know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if no Raven fan disagree with what I'm saying. I don't care about what any Raven fan feels. I don't care about what any Raven fans in the chat feel. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear what I'm saying. You think any Raven fan here is going to like what you think they're gonna like what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. I tell anybody, if you feel like you want to unsubscribe, go ahead and unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe here. Let me tell you why. If you want to go and listen to the same old shit on your YouTube, go ahead. And that's the reason why a lot of these fanboys always get fooled. And this is why they always be stressed out, because they never want to fucking listen. You see what I'm saying? They never want to listen. You know what they want to listen to? They want to listen to these dudes that have on the jersey with the hat, right? with the posters in the background, right? And they just all fanned out. You know what I'm saying? And these guys talk about the same old boring shit over and over. And don't think that I don't know that a lot of them have paid subscribers, right? Because the views is not matching up with the subscriptions. You see, I know a lot of this shit. You see what I'm saying? But they go, and then you got some of them that's also being paid by sports books. Tell me you guys don't see that. You ever watch the live game, right? When they reviewing a lot, they going over the game live, and it's this game is sponsored by such and such, and it's a sports book. You already know not to take them
Are
serious.
you fucking serious?
They can't say what they want to say. It is what it is. These guys can't say what they want to say. Shout out to all my guys on the chat. I'm telling you, I came here to cook. And whoever don't like it, you can leave. You can leave. I'm not going to be one of those. I'm not fanned out. Anybody will tell you, listen, I'll tell you guys myself. Because then you know what I would get? Oh, you're probably on some rig shit now because your favorite team ain't never win or they almost failed. So now you're always using the excuse that the referees in the league is fixing the games. Well, I got news for you guys, buddies. You know what my favorite team always was? It was the New England Patriots. And we know how that went. The Patriots damn near always fucking won. So you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. I was a fan of a winning team. So next. So what's your excuse now? You can't say that. I won big money betting with the Patriots. So you can't say that. So what would be my reason for turning from that to this? Because of course you're gonna hear something. Of course. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell all you guys is, listen, we all watch it for entertainment. There's some of y'all that still have teams that you would like to see win, of course. But what I'm trying to say is, before you root for them, you need to do process. I repeat, process of elimination. Once you do process of elimination, you will understand where I'm coming from when I say the things I say. I always say, what do I always say? Quarterbacks get paid to lose. Why the hell? And I don't care that Jerry Jones is a billionaire. I don't care. Why is Dak Prescott, and you guys can go look at it yourself, who is the number one paid, who's the highest paid quarterback currently? Because we know we're in the off season right now, right? For the NFL and shit, right? Who is and contracts is, contracts is about to be a little different. But currently, who is the highest paid quarterback right now in the NFL? Right? I'm not asking you guys, because I'm going to tell you. But for those that don't know, it's Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the highest paid. You guys tell me, has Dak Prescott gone farther than Lamar has? Last time I checked, Lamar takes his team farther than Dak Prescott has. Lamar can at least say, I've played in a conference championship. Right? There's a lot of people. Joe Burrow has played in a Super Bowl. He has played in a conference championship or two. All right? Right? He's top 10. He is top 10, but he hasn't won. But what I'm trying to say is, if you really think about it, y'all, all these top players, all these top quarterbacks, that is, I'm sorry, they lose. But they get the high, big bucks. Now, why am I saying that? It's because you do know now they're talking about restructuring Lamar's contract to get him more money than he has now. No hating, but assuming this is real, right? Assuming this is real, Lamar's aging. So as he's aging, right, and never played in the Super Bowl, why are you giving him more money?
Are you fucking serious?
This is why I say quarterbacks get paid to lose. This is why I say quarterbacks get paid to lose. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my chat. Yeah, that's right, Donald. The Cowboys make the most money too. At that, this is all. Listen. For anybody that's watching, this is all I want you guys to understand, right? This is all I want you guys to understand. Oh, ask yourself, why do failing teams get rewarded more than winning teams? Now, I do understand the draft, right? But then again, with the whole tank, because teams can tank, right? Whether it was real or fake, right? If you tank and you get rewarded with the best player, and I understand that. Okay, so like let's say the best guy in college will go to the worst team in the NFL, which I don't even know I don't really know what to think about that, to be honest with you. I don't. I don't. How I really feel is this. If sports was real, I think I do think failing teams should get a quarterback from one of the top winning teams in the offseason. Okay, you done good. So since you're good, let's see if you could turn this organization. Let's see if you could turn this failing organization around. I'm sorry, y'all. You guys get what I'm saying? I think that's how it should go. I really never believed in because they still college players, right? So if you take this college player and you bring him over to the end, bring him to the worst team, how do you think that's going to end up? No, maybe you should put him in one of the mid teams, the mid-tier teams, and see what he do. Not the worst teams. What you should do is take take the quarterbacks from the mid-tier team, and bring him down to the failing team, and then see if that organization can turn around. But I mean that in all sports, not even just football, because basketball does the same thing. That's how I really believe it should be if sports were 1,000% real. You guys get what I'm saying? Think about that. Really think about that. Think about that. Yeah, based on owners, mafia, and sponsorships. Absolutely right. You understand? And then, Marlon, you understand what I'm saying, right? It's a great idea because it makes sense. It makes sense. Why, if you are a failing team, Raiders, that is, let's just use Raiders because Crosby came from the Raiders, right? Why would you give the Raiders the number one overall draft, and they draft the best guy, quote unquote, the best guy who came out of college that came from Indiana, right? With Mendoza or whatever, right? But he's never played in the NFL. Why are you giving a failing team him? Now, but you guys are going to say, well, because he could be the future of that team, right? But proof. It always hasn't. It. Oh my gosh, people. I just need people to understand what's going on here. Like, you really got to really think about this shit. That doesn't end well a lot. Most teams that's garbage teams usually stay that way for a while. Assuming this is all real. The mid-tier teams should get that number one overall player. And in return, the team that lost, the bad teams should get a quarterback from the mid-tier teams. That's how you do it. Now, the teams that has success, like you can say like the Seahawks. Let's say Seahawks because they won the championship. You really don't do nothing. You don't make no changes unless there's some type of deal to where you have to get rid of a Donald, if you have to get rid of a Josh Allen, if you have to get rid of a Patrick Mahomes, if you have to, all the top guys, right? If said be. But the worst quarterback, the worst team getting the best quarterback out of college never made no sense to me. It should be the mid-tier team, maybe the team that couldn't make the playoffs and they ended up number 8. They didn't get the 7th spot. Or even maybe a 7th spot team, some shit like that. That makes more sense. But I don't expect any of you guys to agree with me. I'm looking at it just differently. I'm looking at it as if sports made sense and it was real. And there was no underground funny shit going on. That's how I'm looking at it. And yeah. And that's another thing too. Another thing that don't make no sense is when teams win, Ricky, they get rid of one of their best players that helped them win. Right? Oh, because now he's more expensive. Well, pay the motherfucker. He helped you win the Super Bowl, right? Wouldn't you pay him so y'all can run it back? I say all this to say, don't put your eggs in one basket just because Maxx Crosby is now a Baltimore Raven. Because a lot of people that's hype, and I've been seeing it on Twitter since yesterday. A lot of people that's hype about this, that's saying that, okay, now Lamar has no excuses. He has to go out and win that Super Bowl now. They have it. Okay, fine. Fair enough. But it was the same people that was saying that about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Are you fucking serious?
So, just like I started the show off, I'm asking you guys once again, for anybody that just came in, right? Yeah, college guys should come in as free agents. Makes a lot of sense, Donald. Right? So I asked this question. You guys are saying there's no excuse for Lamar now, but you guys is also saying there's no excuse for Josh Allen. Well, both of them's in the same conference. Who wins the Super Bowl this time? Who wins the Super Bowl this year then? Because then guess what? We are going to be here again having the same conversation. We're going to have the same conversation once again about either Lamar or about Josh Allen. Right? When does it stop? What is going to be the excuse? This is all I'm trying to tell people. Right? God damn, we've been cooking for an hour so far, man. Good. Man. Yeah, we got my man Mikey. He came through. And you know what? Let me say something too. Let me give a salute to all my guys in the chat, because as I'm talking, I'm actually reading everything. That's a little gift that I have too. I can actually read what you're saying as I'm talking. I perfected it. That's kind of cool. Shout out to what you guys are saying in chat. Even the ones that don't agree with what I'm saying, shout out to y'all, because y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here. Now, for the ones that's hating and say, you hear me talking down on the Ravens and you're like, peace, I'm out. I respect it. But just don't, you got to hear a different perspective rather than the same old guys acting as if this is the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to go on record. Well, today's March 7th, 2026. If the Ravens do win the Super Bowl this year, I will actually do a review on this live. You don't got to call me out. I will do a review on this live myself. Right? But the reason why I'm doing this live right now is because I'm kind of comparing it to the whole Buffalo Bills talk. And I feel confident because guess what? Both of them can't win. You see what I'm saying? So one of these teams, all my guys in the chat, guess what? One of these teams is going to get shitted on next year around this same time when we have this conversation. And matter of fact, no, it might be even earlier. It might be in February or January when we have this conversation. One of these teams are going to get shitted on. The Buffalo Bills is going to get shitted on, or the Baltimore Ravens is going to get shitted on. One of these teams is going to get shitted on because, once again, What are the excuses? If this is so-called real, Bills don't got no excuse, and now the Ravens don't have no excuse. That's why I feel so confident in doing this live. Because it can always come back and bite me in the ass and they can lose. In which I understand that. If I'm not ready for that shit, then I shouldn't be on here talking to you guys. Everything ain't going to be good. There's going to be bad that comes in with this shit. And I'm ready for that. You understand what I'm saying? I know I can get shitted on if the Ravens do win. Right? But then I'm going to ask people, okay, well, how about the Bills? Talk to me about the Bills, because y'all said the same thing. Basically, only one team can win. That's what I'm trying to say. You guys got to be careful. Got to be careful. That's the reason why, when some of you guys hit me up offline, I don't really like always going for the best teams all the time, as you guys know. How many times have I really told you guys, yo, put all your eggs in one basket for the Baltimore Ravens? Put all your eggs in one basket for the Buffalo Bills. You got to be careful. One of those teams is not going to win. Right? Now, this whole Lamar thing, I've always said it, and I'm going to say it again for the people that just came in, because I think I said it a half an hour ago. I'm going to say it again. If NFL was 1,000% real, and you ask me, who do I think is the most talented, or who is the best quarterback in the NFL currently, if it were 1,000% real and not manipulated, I'm going to tell you it is Lamar Jackson. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at the screen again. I'm telling you guys, if there was no rigging, scripting, and fixing going on in the NFL, and you ask me, who do I think is the best number one quarterback in the league right now, I'm going to tell you Lamar Jackson. It is Lamar Jackson. It is. But since it's not that way, since it is manipulated because there's too much money going on, I have to say the things that I'm saying. Lamar has to fix his image. And you know what? Maxx Crosby has to fix his image too.
Are you fucking serious?
If you know what I mean. That's the reason why I said that's the reason why you see this. Image change needed. You guys see that, right? Right on the screen? You see the thumbnail, right? I put it, image change needed. Not even just Lamar. Maxx Crosby. Right? Maxx Crosby actually fits as a Baltimore Raven. There you go, Reserve. There you go, Donald. There you go, Ricky. And you guys get what I'm saying. I'm saying it without saying it, because I don't want to offend anybody. Shit, I'm black myself. I'm from the hood. So you know. Get what I'm saying? I'm saying it without saying it. You guys understand where I'm going with this. You guys know where I'm going with this. Now, some of you guys will say, well, you can say all this about Lamar. Why don't you just say it about Crosby? You guys get what I'm saying when I say that. That's right, X. Crosby was smoking the blunt, rapping Chief Keef. Now, I know a lot of you guys will say, you're going too far with this now. You're going too far. You mean to tell me guys who win championships never, is not into rap and things like that? No, I'm not saying that, because let's keep it 100. The NFL tries to insert themselves with hip hop, of course. We all know the NBA does it. The NBA can't get away from it. Of course, sports players and hip hop go hand in hand. But you guys is missing the point. It's still a business. It's still a business. You still have to look a certain way, and I have to go with the odds. I have to go with, you know what's so crazy? Y'all go with the odds when it comes to everything else. It could be something stupid. It could be a certain quarterback that never won on a Monday. ever since he's been in the league, right? So if he's playing this Monday, y'all gonna go against him, right? But I can easily say, what does him losing all the other Mondays in his career have to do with this one, right? It don't have nothing to do with each other, right? It doesn't have nothing to do with each other, right? That was the past, right? But you guys won't do that. You guys will still go with that trend. So what's wrong with me going with the trend that black quarterbacks that have a certain image don't win Super Bowls? Oh, no, that's an issue though.
Are you fucking serious?
And that's the reason why I have the platform that I do, just in case somebody of notoriety tries to talk down my talking points. I'm going, I bet not find out that they do the same thing just at a smaller scale. What I mean by a smaller scale is stupid ass stats, right? Stupid ass stats. You hear it all the time. You ever watch the game on, it doesn't matter the program. You ever watch the game and they say, oh, such and such quarterback. Oh, no. Okay, no. Let's just say Mike Tomlin, right? He's not a quarterback, but he's a coach. Mike Tomlin has never lost on a Monday or whatever, right? Whatever that record was, right? Mike Tomlin is this and this on a Monday. But didn't they lose to the Texans that last game in the playoffs and they got eliminated? So I can easily ask you, what was the sense of ESPN talking about Mike Tomlin never losing or he has some type of record on a Monday? What does that have to do with this current game now? Guess what happened? He had lost. You see what I'm saying? It's a stupid ass stat, right? But yet, everybody went out and bet the Pittsburgh Steelers that game. Now, me, I bet the Pittsburgh Steelers for another reason. That had nothing to do with that stupid ass stat. And matter of fact, I felt bad for even betting the Pittsburgh Steelers because of that stupid stat. Because since they made it so public, I'm like, God damn, I already know what's going to happen now. Steelers is going to lose, right? But when I'm saying all that to say, how come the NFL, how come all these guys in the media could talk about unnecessary stats, but when I bring up certain things that may be sensitive, it's a problem? It is what it is. Certain black quarterbacks just don't win, so I cannot root for them to win the Super Bowl this year. I can't root for them next year. I can't, because the stats show when you are a certain quarterback or teams with a black head coach, you hardly win.
Are you fucking serious?
That's a stat. That's a stat that they won't talk about. The last black head coach was who? Mike Tomlin. But yeah, you got people still rooting for Atlanta Falcons to win a Super Bowl. You still got people rooting for the Texans to win a Super Bowl. You got Aaron Glenn was he was with the Jets, right? Who else? My fault, y'all. I'm here. What else? You know that there's a couple of coaches. There's a couple of black coaches in the league, right? You got diehard fans that still root for those teams that have black head coaches to win. But the stats show when you have a black head coach, you hardly win. The last time that happened was Mike Tomlin years ago. But yet y'all still bet, y'all still root for those teams, right? But when if I say it, this guy is being a conspiracy theorist, this guy is being racist, or this guy don't know what the he talking about. No, I actually I do know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about things that is sensitive and you guys don't want to hear it. That's right, Ricky. Yeah. And another thing, I remember I was on that whole wave. I was on that wave talking about MVPs. Like, right? If you get the MVP, you don't win the Super Bowl. I was on that wave before then. Before people started to notice about that started to notice that shit. Right? Who did it? Kurt Warner. After that, you know how many quarterbacks won the MVP but couldn't win the Super Bowl? It took Patrick Mahomes to do it. And that was years ago. When was that? 2023? Kurt Warner, like what, 99, and Patrick Mahomes had to do it in the 2022 season or some shit. You guys know what I'm saying. Like some shit like that, right? So you mean to tell me it took that long? They wasn't talking about that stat then. You want to know why? You want to know why they wasn't talking about that stat? Because if more people realize that, more people would be fading the quarterback who got MVP that made it to the Super Bowl. And then that doesn't fit the narrative. The sports books wouldn't, the sports books don't like that. If we all knew about that, that would fuck things up. See, I did because I always faded. Anytime you won the MVP, I always faded current that said quarterback that won the MVP. If he went to the Super Bowl, I always faded him. Right? There was only one person I thought was going to change that. Right? I thought he was going to change that. It happened to be Patrick Mahomes, but I thought it was going to be Tom Brady, and that was the year when it was the Patriots versus the Eagles, and I'm talking about the 2017 season / 18 season. You know, which the Super Bowl was played in 2018. Right? That's when Nick Foles did his thing. That was the only time because Tom Brady got the MVP that year. And I said, I think it's going to change from Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was the last to do it. I think Tom Brady's going to do it. I was wrong on that one, right? But this is what I'm trying to say. Certain process of elimination, guys. I always keep trying to tell y'all, process of elimination. They want to, they want, listen, Ray, they want to defeat. I mean, they want to defend this shit because you got to understand. You got to understand. This takes us away from reality, right? When we're not at work or when we're not dealing with real life, we watch sports, right? Especially as men. Shout out to the women that watch it too. We watch it, we want to get away from reality. So for you to come in and tell me that my reality or the shit I'm supporting is not real, that shit is gonna do something. That shit'll probably do something to me. A lot of these guys thinks it's 100% real. If you shit on that, it's gonna be a problem for them. Make sure y'all hit the like. I don't even ask for super chats, y'all. At least hit the like. Right? But anyway, for you to say that, that's gonna make me feel some type of way. That's gonna make me feel some type of way. See, now, everything I've always exposed, I could have kept to myself too. That's the thing. I could have kept all this information to myself, but I always share it. Don't be charging everything that I'm saying. And you guys have seen it actually play out. That's the thing. You see it play out. I tell you about certain numbers. You see it. I tell you about certain players. You see it. Head coaches. You see it. Certain teams. You see it. Certain things in the leagues. You see it. Don't change. I want you to continue to watch and support these leagues, of course. I want you to see it differently though, because what happens is when you put your heart all into it, you're gonna be angry year after year after year, kind of like a Dallas Cowboy fan. That has to be one of the most stressful things in this fucking world, to really believe that that fucking team is going to do something, and year after year after year after year, they fail you. They fail you. I can never put myself, maybe because my years of being a diehard Patriots fan, I never really never had to deal with this. So then some can say, okay, you're spoiled. You never had to be on the end of being a fan of a failing team. Maybe I haven't. Maybe that's the reason why I kind of say the things that I say. Maybe so. Maybe so. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe so. But I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about basketball. I was like that when it came to the New York
Are
Knicks.
you fucking serious?
When I was young, I had to watch them fail year after year after year after year after year, even when Jordan retired, they still couldn't do it. Right? So maybe not football, but basketball, I do know how it feels to end up supporting a fucking failing team. I know what it's like to think your best player is going to have that ball, right? And give us the winning shot by slamming that thing, driving right in the middle of that paint and slamming it. But instead, the motherfucker goes for a finger roll and misses that shit.
Are you fucking serious?
I know what that feels like. You know, and Ray, you said, Ray says, B, I'm from New England, right? So we were garbage before the GOAT. It was brutal. And you know what? You know what's so crazy? Ray, are you new here? Because everybody that knows me here knows I'm right with you. I was a diehard Patriots fan before before Tom Brady. I was a Patriots fan when they had Bledsoe, right? When he came in, when did Bledsoe come in? Bledsoe, I think he got drafted in '93. I had the Bledsoe jersey when I was a kid, right? Because and the crazy part is, I was a Patriots fan, and my second team was actually the Jets. Because people don't realize back then the Jets was a good ass team. NFL had them as a good ass team back then. The Giants, I don't know, for some reason, I really couldn't get with the Giants. I was more of a Jets because I used to love seeing the Patriots and the Jets go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The whole division shit. I used to love it. So I was a Patriots fan before Tom Brady. That's the reason why I know the Patriots organizations I know that organization up and down. Right? So I know the failures they had before Tom Brady had took over and rolled with them, right? But I know what it feels like to be a fan of a team that just can't never get right, aka the Knicks. That's right. Good looks, Ray. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels. Yeah, that's right. I know, Lorenzo. I'm from New York, and I was rooting for the Patriots. I can't. You want to know why? Because I used to love their games. Their games was fun to watch, back and forth. The Patriots and the Jets, back and forth. As a kid, I remember flicking through the channel when the Patriots and the Jets would play, and then watching the NBA game too, flicking through the channel. You see what I'm saying? And then I used to think the Patriots jerseys was cool as fuck. I used to love that throwback jersey. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. You said so, like, I know how it feels to be on the end of a losing team, and I'm not the Patriots, but I'm talking about not even the Jets. I'm talking about the Knicks. That is, I know what that feel like, right? But that's the reason why I think, like, some Cowboy fans, I don't know, are they? I wonder if Cowboy fans are secretly paid, because I know there's a lot of grown men who are Cowboys fans, right? And they will give up on their family before they give up on being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys.
You stupid. Oh! Are you fucking serious?
And I know none of you guys can debate with me about that and say I'm lying. There's men and women that will give up on their families, their friends, their job, everything, before they give up on a motherfucking failing team like the Dallas Cowboys. King says every time the Seahawks are good, the Panthers is too, since 2004. Well, I did say the Panthers are a sleeping team. Don't sleep on them this season coming up. Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on the Panthers. Yep, I agree with that. Don't sleep on the Panthers. Do not sleep on the Panthers. Um, you know, You guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's just like certain teams are failures. They're not gonna do it for you. That's why I ain't no Knicks fan. They fail. They fail too much. I'm born and raised in Mississippi, but my team is the Knicks. One of the reasons because I love their defense chant. Plus, I was a fan of New York hip hop back in the 90s. That's right, Lorenzo. Let me tell you something. That's right. Get the likes up. That's right, Yeti. Let them know. Right? Yes. Like, listen, the environment, anybody that's listening, I'm pretty sure if you ever been to a Knick game or watched the Knick game, it gets live here in Madison Square Garden. That's one thing I can't front on. Like the environment for a Knick game is one of the places you would want to be. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you come down to a Knicks game, go down Midtown and let's say you going out to eat before the Knicks game type shit and you having fun and then you hit that Knicks game up, it's a good environment. But let's keep it 100. We want to see who they go against embarrass the Knicks. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know? He said X says, does Spike Lee know it's rigged? Because of how hard he go with that shit, right? Like, you know what? That's one question I cannot answer. That's a good one. I would like to know, does he really believe it's real? Because we all know Spike is in close proximity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spike is there. So he should probably know low key what the deal is, right? So I can't answer that. Maybe he's just delusional like that. Because there's no way. Yes, I gave up on the Knicks. I'm like, this all fake, bro. Let's keep it 100. When New York Knicks got Patrick Ewing, we all know that was fake. You guys know about how that draft was so rigged. You guys remember the envelope, right? Who remembers the whole envelope, what they call envelope gate on how Patrick Ewing came here to the Knicks? We all know that was fake as hell. We know what the deal was with that. And that's why I tell people, just pay attention to what's going on. Whatever city, anybody that's watching, whatever city you from, pay attention to what's going on in your city, in your state. That will help you understand what's going to happen with the team that you are surrounded by or you are next to. Right? Some teams is just not lined to win. They're not lined to win. There's some teams that's set up to win. Certain things happen. You know? A la Chiefs. Don't get me started with that. I know you guys don't want to hear it. Sound like a broken fucking record talking about the Chiefs and with how that success came about. I'm not even going to do it to you guys. You guys deserve better. So I'm not going to go there. Right? But I just had to throw that out there. There's things that happen. Sports are rigged. Do you believe presidents are also selected too? X, you don't even want me to get started with that.
Are you fucking serious?
That's gonna be a new name too, X. You like that, right? I'm gonna call you X. I like that, right? Presidents, of course. Of course. Of course. Your man Marlon watching from Chicago. He a Chicago person. And Marlon Chirac. He's Chirac. And Chicago, you guys already know the deal with Chicago, right? You guys already know the deal with Chicago. Yes. Was Michael Jordan that guy? Yes. But you know what a lot of people don't realize too, right? A lot of those Chicago Bulls wins, you know what? You know why, right? Not even just because it was Jordan, of course, right? But you know why, right? A lot of y'all forget that Chicago was getting that new arena. Chicago was getting that new expensive arena at that time. Makes sense why they three-peated that first time. And then I think when they first opened that new arena, I don't think Jordan was playing because he was on that fake retirement, right? But he got to play when he came back in that new arena, right? And then they was able to three-peat. Their first three-peat was in an old arena. Their second three-peat was in a new arena. Marlon Please fact check that since you are a Chicago Aryan. It's not a word, but right. But yeah, Marlins fan. Please fact check that. Right. Their first three-peat was in an old arena. Then Michael Jordan did that fake retirement, right? And then came back, and then they was able to three-peat in that second arena. Now, I'm not talking about when they three-peated and won that last game, Michael Jordan hit the shot, but you get what I'm saying. Like the three-peat happened in that new arena, but that was the second three-peat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you guys some information. Because a lot of people really don't know that about MJ too, right? It's the same thing we always say about certain teams when they get in an arena they win type shit, right? That's what happened with Michael Jordan. A lot of people forget that. I'm 40 years of age. I lived it, meaning I was in real time. I saw what was going on with Michael Jordan in real time. A lot of you guys too, right? But I'm letting it be known for the young ones. I was able to see what was going on with Michael Jordan in real time. Watched his games. Absolutely, Ricky. Absolutely. I definitely do think I need more subscribers. Absolutely. I'll be the first to say it. You know what it is? I don't beg for them. And one thing I don't do, Ricky, is I don't cheat. I don't buy subscribers. I'm gonna let you know something, Ricky. I'm gonna let you know something. Hear me and hear me closely, right? Rick, listen here, Ricky. And Golden Eagle, I got you on that. I got you on that Snapchat. Snap? What the fuck? I said Snapchat. I got him on that super chat. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about that too in a second, Ricky. Let's go to the Golden Eagle Woof. The good old, not Snapchat, the good old super chat. Gotta drop a bomb for him on that one. Another bomb. And yet another bomb. The Golden Eagle. The Gold Eagle. Why I keep saying the Golden Eagle? The Gold Eagle. 99. Be fire. What do you think? Hold on. Let me catch that. Let me make sure I catch that. Be fire. What do you think will happen with Zion Williamson? I think he might end up in Brooklyn, but I wouldn't rule out the Clippers. The NBA never wanted him in New Orleans in the first place. You want me to get started on that shit? Well, first off, Gold Eagle, let me tell you something. I don't even want to do it. Well, guys, should I? Because we're gonna do a live on that. Being that the Gold Eagle sent in this super chat talking about you know who. Look what he just said. Right? Look what it say. Brooklyn. By a show of hands, not show of hands, anybody in the chat, who did I say might be going to Brooklyn next year? Being that Gold Eagle brought that up just now, who did I say who I think is coming here to New York City? Brooklyn, though. Please put that in the chat for anybody. Let me see. I'm going to put y'all on the test and see if y'all remember what I said. Who I said. Shout out to the Gold Eagle on that chat, on that super chat. Not Snapchat, super chat. I want to see. Oh, no. I know Lorenzo. Gold Eagle says Zion, but it's funny that they said that though. Because then if that's the case, if Gold Eagle thinks Zion's coming here to Brooklyn, he might be teaming up with somebody. And I'm sorry, you guys won't agree, but you guys ain't say yes, so I'm just gonna say it. You wanna know? I think Giannis is coming to Brooklyn next year. So if Zion was to come, are you going to see Zion and Giannis together? Now, I'm not trying to bring up no fake conspiracies and anything like that, but I personally think Giannis is coming here. And I was going to do a surprise live with that, but being that Gold Eagle bought up Brooklyn Nets, I'm just going to bring it out. But we're going to do a whole live talking about it, but I'm briefly just mentioning it. I think Giannis is coming. Now, Zion Williamson, I'm going to keep it 100 gold. If Zion was to come anywhere, it would make more sense if he came to the Knicks. More box office. But Brooklyn is a safe place. I tell you this though, if he goes to Brooklyn, if Zion goes to Brooklyn, he's not staying in Brooklyn. He's not staying. He's not staying. No, no. I could see it being one of those KD situations, Kyrie situations, James Harden type shits. You come to the Nets and then you leave. That's what I think. I'm gonna keep it 100 gold. I really do think that's what that is, right? It would make more sense if Zion came to the Knicks. But here's the thing: the Knicks usually get players when they're on their way out. I know that's not the case for Jalen Brunson and Cat, and I understand. I know you guys are gonna say not them, but I'm talking about superstars. Zion is still considered one of the top guys in the league, and I do think he had to go through a little punishment coming in. But I do think Zion's time, I do think it's gonna come. I know you guys don't agree. I know you guys don't agree, but I think Zion, he's going to be propped up. When did Zion come to the league, y'all? 2019, right? He came, what year he was drafted? 2019? Somebody let me know. I'm saying this off of the head, too. I don't like looking up things because I already know you guys know your shit, too. So I'm going to ask my chat. When did he come in? 2019 draft, right? That was good, Chucky. Damn, I know. Let me see. Yeah, I was ranting for like an hour and 20 minutes, Chucky. But watch this playback. You wanna watch? You wanna love it. 2019. All right, thank you, Gold. Thank you, Gold. All right. So yeah, 2019. So he played in the 2019/20 season. All right, so you got 2019 season, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and this is 25. So this is his seventh season. But we do know he should have a lot of gas in his tank because he didn't actually play a full 7 seasons. This is his seventh season, right? But he didn't, he has some quote unquote injuries, right? I think that they're going to start propping him up starting next year. I think so. And I don't think he's going to stay a Pelican. No, I don't. I don't think so. I don't think so. I won't be surprised if Zion moves to the East. I can see it. I can see him moving to the East. I can. Um, this is what I would say. I could see Zion play for the Knicks. There's 2 teams I can see him playing for: the Knicks and the Charlotte Hornets. Right. So I ain't want to like switch over to basketball or whatever, but you know I just want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there. Right. I could see him with the Knicks or the Charlotte Hornets. Right. So let me go back to what Ricky said. Before you need more subscribers. Um, yes, I do need more subscribers. I never really force anybody to subscribe. Then you'll have the people that will unsubscribe just because I'm saying something that they don't like about their favorite team or their favorite player. So you know how that goes, right? I want organic subscribers. And I want you guys to know this. And please understand this for you guys that's watching. Don't get fooled by anybody that you see with 50, 60, 70, 80,000 subscribers. A lot of them ain't real. A lot of them's not real because their numbers would justify that, right? So just know that their numbers would justify that. It's not real. Now I know on me it looks a little bit is because I'm not paying for no fake subscribers. Anything that I do, I want to do it organically and grow. Shit, I remember how many people we got in the chat right now. We got 47. For the ones that was rocking with me when I was first going live. So I remember when I was having 9, 8 people in the chat. and still talking and didn't give a fuck. Right? Right now, and football season's over. And got a good 48 right now as we watching. I know people with 100K, literally, followers. Not even that just do sports, but all types of shit. And I have the same amount that they have. Well, they have the same amount that I have on a live stream for 40 people. So I'm like, you got 100K subscribers though. That shit don't even add up. I want my shit organically. That's the reason why I always rock with my guys, my supporters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give up because and then watch that playback. As long as here's my thing, as long as you can learn something from here as to add to your knowledge, I done my job. Because it's gonna grow. The subscribers is gonna grow, but I'm gonna get mine organically. I'm gonna get mine for real. Right? I'm gonna get my that's I'm not paying for no fake shit, bro. I'm not doing that. Yeah, 12 max back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember those days. I remember those days. We the real, unruly, the mooly in the building with the super chat, with the $5 super chat. Said B Fire is the voice of the streets. Just know that. You're heard. NYC, we are outside. That's all love. That's all love. And that's all I want to do for my guys. That's all I want. You know what I mean? That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. I'm not trying to be something else that I'm not. I'm just trying to give the info. And if you guys can make your money off of it, make your money off of that shit. Right? Because these things need to be said. Right? And if I'm talking down on a team that you like, just know it ain't personal. Except if you're a Cowboy fan. If you're a Cowboy fan, it is personal. I'm sorry. It is. I mean what I say when I'm shitting on them. But, yeah. And even the people that don't bet, yeah, once again, too, though, I said this, too, a while ago. For the people that don't bet, this, as long as you take the information that I'm saying, and when you watch these games, you understand what's going on when you're sitting on your bed or your couch, wherever, and you're watching it, you know what's up. Like, oh yeah, this ain't right. This ain't right. As long as the info's out there. That's so because I'm not trying to do this to take the NFL down. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will never be able to do that. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to do that because I make money off of that shit.
Are you fucking serious?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I make money off of this shit. I ain't trying to take down no sport. Hell no. Keep going. But since I do know there's very few people that's gonna pay attention to what I'm saying, that's the reason why I'm saying it. That's the reason why I'm saying it. It's not like a lot. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other for certain people that's in denial. All right, fine, but I'm still gonna get this information. You know, that's all. B5, I appreciate you speaking the truth, buddy. Now I appreciate you guys for watching. That's the thing. This ain't about me. It's about you guys. You know, you could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I just want to get that information. You know, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm here for. I always said that's what this is for. He said, B5, I'm named after Michael Irvin, bro. Wait. We the Ruly, you're named after AKA Michael Irvin, bro?
Didn't we tell y'all not to mess with him? Tell y'all not to.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Hold on. You are named after AKA.
Didn't we tell y'all not to mess with him? Tell y'all not to mess with him.
Nah, you lying. You lying. X says Roger Goodell gets booed because he is a sleazy businessman or people know it's Rick. No, because people believe he's a sleazy businessman. A lot of people that boo him, they wouldn't boo him if they knew it was Rick. Like me, I don't boo him. I don't boo him because I already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I already know what's up with him. So when I look at him, I'm like, your shit, it reminds me of a president. You know how there's people that hate Joe Biden, people that hate Donald Trump, people that hate Obama, but I don't hate none of them because I know they're not the one calling the shots. To me, they're just the face. Roger Goodell's just the face. That's what comes along with being that. Like he makes the big bucks because he has to be the guy that everybody shits on. Remember, all the owners get to sit back. A lot of you guys don't know what a lot of these owners look like. See what I'm saying? A lot of you guys don't know what they look like. But you know what Roger Goodell look like. He's the one. Don't shoot the messenger. You ever heard of that term, right? That's what he is. Wait, all my brothers was named after all the Super Bowl MVPs, bro. God damn. Who idea was that? Was that your pops or your mom's idea? That's kind of interesting. I never heard of that before. Okay. I never heard of that. I mean, I know about a lot of. There's been people that's been named after, great players, right? But I never heard of like that. If anybody don't know what I'm talking about Unruly says that all his brothers was named after all the Super Bowl MVPs. Pretty interesting. Shit, that's something new. Right, I don't vote at all. People on both sides get mad at me. I find it stupid. I don't care for presidents. I'll say that. I'll say it publicly. I don't care for presidents. I don't. I just don't. I care more about who is making the decisions. I tell you guys that now. Who's in the background? That's what I care about. Not the person talking. I want to know about the real guy in the suit. That's what I care about. I don't really care about the president. He's just the messenger. Who's the person that the president has to answer to? That's what I care about. So if anyone that thinks that I don't care about politics, and oh my God, how you live in this country and you don't care about politics? No, I do care about politics. What I'm trying to say is I care more about who's the you ever know like somebody that we think it kind of reminds me of Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. It reminds me of Shang Tsung, like the president of the United States reminds me of Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. We think he's the motherfucking master, right? We think we think he's the master until we find out your motherfucking Shao Kahn, he's the actual master.
Fuck out of here.
Right? Right? Mortal Kombat 1 was one of my favorite games growing up. I remember getting it my first day when it came out because I played it in the arcade. I loved it, and I got it. Right? Oh, Shang Tsung is that guy. And then, every time you win, you get to read their biography, right? And then when Mortal Kombat 2 comes out, you find out, you thinking that you got to go against Shang Tsung again because he'll be better than he was in the first game. Kind of like how Shredder was. You fought Shredder part 1 and part 2 with the Ninja Turtles, right? So, but then you get Mortal Kombat 1, you get Shang Tsung, and then you think, oh, Mortal Kombat 2, Shang Tsung's gonna be stronger and better than ever. Oh no, he's not even the main fucking character. It's Shao Kahn.
Are you fucking serious?
That's the real leader. You see what I'm saying? That's what I think about when it comes to the president of the United States. Who's the real leader? Because it ain't you. We know it ain't you. You're the spokesperson. Point me to the real leader. Yes, the One Punch movie about to drop on Netflix. Yes, it is. I see Netflix trying to make a comeback. They're trying to make a comeback. He says the Black Hand, the puppet, and Michael Corleone, the mastermind. This is what I'm saying. Exactly. Who's the real person? That's what. Who's the real person? I don't care about who the president is. Who's the real person in that background? Who's the person that's behind the office? You know what I'm saying? You know how one office has another office? Once you move that bookcase away and there's another secret door, I want to know who's there, who's in there. I don't care about that regular Oval Office. Push back that whole the bookcase, that big ass bookcase, move that out the way and let me see the secret door that's behind that big ass bookcase. That's where the real president is. That's what I want to know. Lorenzo says, oh, shout out to Lorenzo on the super chat. I ain't forget that. Lorenzo coming through with the $5 super chat. Where you at? He says, the Super Bowl was on Valentine's Day, right? St. Valentine's Day massacre happened on that day, right? My question is, what city did that happen in? I know. Anybody in the chat, where did the Saint... Let's read what he said again. Anybody in the chat, right? Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day. St. Valentine's Day massacre, the massacre people, happened on that day. What? My question is, what city did that happen in? Now, Lorenzo's trying to get somewhere when he says that, y'all. He's trying to get somewhere when he says that, y'all. We did a live speaking about this city, too. We did a live speaking about that city. How many lives ago we did? Like 2 lives ago, right? I think we did it 2 lives ago, right? Let me look at the chat and see if you guys got any answers. Golden Eagle. Golden Eagle says Chicago. My man Mikey says Chicago. Imagine. Lorenzo says, like the Wizard of Oz, remove the goddamn curtain. What do you guys think of that one? What do you guys think of that one? What do you guys think of that one? Oh, there was something I wanted to speak on about Lamar too. Let me see if there's any update on what time is it right now? 6:07. I want to see if there's any update on his contract. They still not speaking on it. I'm hearing about something about 40 something million. I just wanted to give you guys an update on that, but there's no new news currently right now. But they're working on his contract. I just wanted to know what was going on since we've been on live for about an hour and 52 minutes. I want to know if there's any update on his contract situation. So we're gonna have to speak on that another time. But back to regular scheduled programming. Yes, Chicago people. Yes, it happened in Chicago and I think it was 1929 or 1939. I could be bugging. It was one of those, right? Lorenzo says 1929 in Chicago, the original gangster city of the country. Yes. Yep. Shout out to Dub Bowl Lights. He came through. Make sure you watch this live, this playback, Dud. You wanna like it. You wanna love it. So yes. Hey, so people, like I said, don't count on Chicago. Chicago is one. Listen, like I said, I like Chicago. I like Green. I want to see Chicago and Green Bay fight it out. Chicago, because wouldn't it make more sense to y'all? Think about it. You got Jordan Love, who plays for Green Bay. So you got Love. You think about Love. You think about Valentine's Day. But you think about Chicago. You think about the Valentine's Day, the massacre. Wouldn't that make sense if you got Chicago versus Green Bay in the NFC Championship? Right? NFC Championship. That would be fire. Love and Williams, right? So Chicago has a lot to do with Valentine's Day, which is the massacre. But then you got Jordan Love. When you think about Love, you also think about Valentine's Day, right? Wouldn't that make a lot of sense, y'all? Come on now, let's make it happen. NFL, y'all already know what's going to happen. So hopefully we can come back to this live on a 1 hour and 54 mark of this live and talk about it if that happens. That would be fire. I've been hearing a lot of Dolphins talk too, Ricky. I actually have a live about that. I'm hearing a lot of Dolphins talk. A lot of Dolphins talk. Right? A lot of Dolphins talk. I think we got to talk about that. The NFL needs to send Lamar to Miami. That would be good TV. Wasn't he supposed to go last year? Didn't they have those talks about Lamar going there last year? Right? Chicago is our twin in Philadelphia. The city of brother brotherly love, right? A lot of love I'm going to be paying attention to this season. Super Bowl 60, the Warriors theme is about gangs, shy gangs. I told you, watch the 2 live, not last live, but the live before. I'm not opposed to any of you guys saying Chicago. Watch that live and you guys will understand why I feel. Chicago, whole Indiana situation, I'm not ruling out Chicago to at least appear in the Super Bowl. So I'm with you guys for anyone that's saying Chicago. So don't think I'm not. Crosby gonna look goofy in that Ravens uniform. I mean, I'm not a Crosby fan, bro. I never was. I never was. I don't see the hype. I think it's a hype job. I think he has an image. He has a certain image, and I think people run with that. But he never really moved the needle for me. He just never moved the needle for me. I'm sorry. I don't. Whatever. I mean, to each his own, right? I wanna see what he really do. I mean, there's people that like him. Shout out to Herman. Herman Monster in the building. He says Maxx Crosby is a total beast. Y'all came up from a Raiders fan. Let's see what he do. Let's see what his role is. Don't get me wrong, he's gonna have his moments. But come on now, he's gonna have his fucking moments. You guys already know that. He's gonna have his moments. But the reason why I did this live today was because Lamar. Okay, you got Maxx Crosby. For all the Raven fans, you got Maxx Crosby. That's fine. But you still have to think about what the NFL has in store for Lamar. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Lorenzo says this might sound crazy too, but 50 Cent's second album was called The Massacre. Yes. But it originally was called the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Yes, it was. I know that for a fact. Yes. I was a heavy 50 fan. 50 had a song on there called Baltimore Love, when he was talking about the girl in the drugs, right? Right, Lorenzo? Right? Right? Take the spoon, you dirty bitch. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. So hey, it's and that album came out in 2007. 2000, so it'd be 20 years. It'd be like 20 years. So I mean, listen, if it happens, it happens. But I do know this: if the Ravens go to the Super Bowl, I want to hear what a lot of y'all Buffalo Bill fans is gonna say. That's what I'm saying. It can only be one. So no matter what, we are going to come back and have this conversation, no matter what, next year, or not even next year. Oh yes, yeah, next year. Probably had this conversation in January if one of them get eliminated. No matter what, we're going to have this conversation again next year. It's either going to be about Baltimore or Buffalo. Either or. You guys know that. And that's what makes this sweet. They're both in the same conference. So what excuses are people going to have for Buffalo Bills? What excuses are people going to have for the Baltimore Ravens? One of them got to go. One of them got to go. That's the sweet part about this. Wait. No. Oh, 05? Hell no. Wait. The Massacre came out in 07. Because that's when him and Kanye was going back and forth. Remember him and Kanye dropped the album at the same time? You know what? I take that back. 05. Shout out to Lorenzo on that one. It was 05. Shout out to Lorenzo on that one. It was 05. 07 was the other album. 07, I repeat. 07. Yes, the 07 was the other album. Was that Curtis? Was that 07 was Curtis, right, y'all? 07 was Curtis. 05. Yes, because that's when tickety bang, tickety bang. My money going down to my tickety bang. Remember that, right? Yes, 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 yes. Shout out to Lorenzo on that one. Yep. Shout out to Mike on that one. Yes. Yep. Curtis. There you go, Curtis. Cause you want to know why? In 2007, I couldn't stop listening to Fully Loaded Clip. I got a fully loaded clip. I be on that shit. I got a fully loaded clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, every time I'm riding, that was my main fucking song. Like, windows down and yo, fully loaded clip. That was my fucking shit in '07. But yeah, '05, I was in college. That was my second year of college. Yes. Yes. Yup. That was the second album. That's when he was just getting at everybody. Yes, you guys is right. You guys is right. '05. The second album was The Massacre. Yep. That's cause Ski Mask Way was my favorite, one of my favorite songs on that. You guys know Ski Mask Way. Make money, money, money. Ah, yo, oh my god, that album was Massacre was fire. Massacre was fire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, come on now. So we gonna see. That came out in '05 or '07. That'll be 22 years from '07. I mean from 2027 to '05. So yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see what's up with that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be knowing. Y'all know y'all shit. Y'all know. Yo, how many of you guys know music? Sound like y'all know music because you do know. I forgot to tell some of you guys. There's also gonna be lives where we have music debates as well, separate from sports. So if you guys is ready for that, get fucking ready on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the fit. But you know what, Lorenzo? Nothing beats Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. X says, "Yep, I don't see the Bears hype." I was like you, B. They missed the boat. They missed the boat on that 59. However, Lamar and the Bears quarterback will be blockbuster. I mean, of course, of course. But let me, okay, based on what you guys are saying now, here's my only issue, right? So we know that black quarterbacks is they doing their thing, right? Fair enough. A lot of black quarterbacks are doing their thing in the NFL right now. But you guys notice something, and I said it last season, right? You know what I said? They're gonna start dismissing black quarterbacks. They're gonna start dismissing black quarterbacks. You're gonna start to see a lot of the white quarterbacks make the Super Bowl. It's gonna go back to that. And a lot of black quarterbacks, you ain't gonna see that. Because remember, we've had Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts these last couple years, right? If you notice, I think they're gonna go back to more white quarterbacks. But I said that last year, and sure enough, I mean, come on now, look at the Super Bowl we had just got May and Donald. A lot of you guys was like, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if it goes back to not a lot of black. We've seen a lot of starting black quarterbacks now, but don't be surprised if a lot of them just don't make it. You know. So, but that's enough. That's going to be another live in its own. You know, I don't want to talk about all the live ideas in one, but just get ready for that, y'all. Yes, there's more black quarterbacks in the league now, and look at the Super Bowl we just got. Remember, we've been seeing Patrick Mahomes in a lot of quarterback and a lot of Super Bowls. We've been seeing Jalen Hurts in two of them. I think they may take a step back just for a little bit, or the black versus white quarterback. I can understand that more, but the whole thing of like black quarterback versus black quarterback every single year, I think you guys may want to reconsider that thought. Just think about it. I'm telling you, you may want to reconsider that thought. Even though we have a lot of black quarterbacks now, you may want to calm down with just thinking that we're going to get black quarterback versus black quarterback. Any good black quarterbacks even in the draft? Eh, I don't like the quarterbacks, white or black, in the draft. this year at all. You know? You know what I'm saying, Chucky? I don't really see it. Astro says Lamar is the only two-time MVP without a Hall of Fame pass catcher yet. They get Max coming off an injury, but not a full healthy AJ Brown. Let me ask you a question, Astro. Do you think they should have got AJ Brown? Because I was having a little debate with my coworkers on that one. Do you think they should have got AJ Brown? Astro, please let me know in the comments right now. I was having a debate with my guys about that one. I like that comment. Let me know. Last time it was two black quarterbacks was Hurts and Mahomes. Yeah, 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 yep, yep. And that was the Super Bowl before last. I'm having I'm having a brain fart on the Bears. On the Bears quarterback name Williams. Yeah, you talking about Williams? Yeah, Caleb. Caleb. Yeah, yeah. There used to be a time where I never even mentioned his name. I ain't like talking. I ain't even like saying his name because of the hype that he had got, and he just always kept coming up as a failure. This is when he was with um not Oklahoma, when he went to USC. Like the hype was so crazy, and it's like, God damn, bro. Like your energy shows when you ain't supposed to win a game. Don't make it so obvious now. Astro says, yeah, AJ Brown would have been. This would have been his Hall of Fame pass catcher. Uh, reason why I say that, the reason why I asked you that was Lamar would have to do more passing if he had AJ Brown than he did last year and the year before. And I wonder how would that resonate with the league and with the fans? How would that work? Because I it would take a lot away from Lamar. That's why I asked you that question. Because AJ Brown's thing, right? I'm not sure if this is fake or real, but his thing is always complaining about not getting the ball. So Lamar, let's keep it 100. A lot of you guys like Lamar because of what he can do when he's running or moving, right? AJ Brown ain't gonna get the ball like that. Let's keep it 100. Which Lamar do you guys like better? You don't have to answer it now, but I'm just saying, and just in general, like which Lamar you guys like better? The one that was running more or the one that's passing? That's the reason why I asked. Like, would it work with your man AJ Brown? You know what I'm saying? So that's just something. Mahomes will win another chip. He will. This is what Dud is saying. He will tie Montana. Be fired. Don't hate on my guy. Don't avoid facts. Be fired. The truth hurts. Well, I got something for you, Dubbo. I believe in that. I think you're right. I do think Patrick Mahomes is going to win 4. Matter of fact, you guys hear me say it all the time. I think Patrick Mahomes will retire with 4. Him and Joe Montana will have 4 rings. I said that plenty of times. I think Patrick Mahomes will have 4 rings. As of now, because things may change, subject to change, but I am betting on the Chiefs to win the 2028 season. And 2028 season is when I'm taking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. This upcoming season, no. Next one, no. 2028, I'm banking on the Chiefs to win or to win the Super Bowl. 2028 season, right? But that's subject to change because I'm saying it's 2 years early in advance, way in advance. But there's something that I have written down which tells me that that will be the time frame of when we'll see it, right? So I believe in you. I believe it. Mahomes, Montana, same thing. I remember that. So Mahomes will win another one. Of course, you know I give him slack all the time, but no, Mahomes is going to win another one. It's going to be 4 though. It's going to have 4. Mahomes played in the Joe Montana Bowl twice. It's going to be, yeah. Let me tell you something. For anyone that's new here, I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't compare Mahomes to nobody except for one person. In the chat, please let the world know who I compare Patrick Mahomes to. Anybody that's new here, you may want to check this out. But chat, I only compare Patrick Mahomes to one person. You guys know that. Please let my new guys know who I compare Patrick Mahomes to. There's only one person I compare him to. I like you guys. This is why I fuck with y'all. This is why I fuck with you guys. This is why I fuck with you guys. Anybody that's listening, I don't compare Patrick Mahomes to Brady. I don't compare him to Montana. I don't compare him to nobody but Steph Curry. Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes is the same person. Now, I know you guys are saying, some of you guys are saying, yeah, no, Joseph, I answered the McNabb part. I don't think you was paying attention to that one. But yeah, I did. I think I did. Right? But for those that's listening, that's new, please understand what I mean when I compare Patrick Mahomes to Steph Curry, because some people still don't get it. So I am going to tell you guys what I mean. Right? Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes is the same person. Right? They have this. Oh, so Ricky, I guess you don't know. So I'm gonna put you on right now. Are you ready? Follow me. Y'all gonna be mind blown by this. Right? Let's start off with Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry was a pro before Patrick Mahomes was a pro. Steph Curry, his first NBA Finals appearance, he won. Steph Curry, second final appearance, he lost. Steph Curry, third final appearance, he won. His fourth, he won, which means he went back to back, right? Steph Curry's fifth final appearance, he lost. And then the very next year, he got injured, right? And then his sixth final appearance, he had won. So you see what I'm saying? That made him 4-2. You guys get it? He won, lost, won, lost. And then and then got injured right after that. And then on his sixth one, he won. Now check this out. You guys don't find this ironic? Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, first Super Bowl, he won. His second Super Bowl, he lost. His third Super Bowl, he won. His fourth Super Bowl, he won, which he went back to back. His fifth Super Bowl appearance, he lost. What happened to him the very next year after he lost his fifth appearance? He got injured. Same exact thing that happened to Steph Curry. Now, Patrick Mahomes' sixth appearance, that's the reason why I'm letting you guys know Patrick Mahomes will win the Super Bowl on his sixth appearance, which will give him 4-2 in Super Bowls, just like Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry, I don't think Steph Curry is going to another NBA Finals again. Maybe so, because he's not done, right? He's not done. But that's another conversation. But here and now, Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes' career is the same exact way. You guys is probably saying, God damn, how the fuck did you realize that? Well, I been saw that, but we have to see how it plays out. So for anybody that's listening, Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes' career is the same way when it comes to Super Bowls and NBA Finals. Oh, but guess what? That's not even finished yet, because check this out. Both the years Mahomes and Curry got injured, both of those years, their teams also missed the playoffs. The year Curry got hurt, the Warriors didn't go to the playoffs. The year Patrick Mahomes got injured, which was this past year, the Chiefs missed the playoffs. Oh, that's not even yet. That's not even all of it yet. Okay, both of them also failed at three-peating. Think about it. They both had the chance to three-peat. They both had the chance to three-peat. Because remember, when Steph Curry did it, He won in 2017. He won in 2018, both with Curry and Durant, right? Now, the third one, they failed because they went to the NBA Finals and they lost to what? The Toronto Raptors. So they failed at three-peating. Steph Curry, that is. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Think about the Super Bowl, right? His third appearance, he won. His fourth appearance, he won. Eagles, then 49ers, right? And then it was time for him to three-peat. And guess what happened? He lost. Just like Steph Curry. Had a chance to three-peat, and he failed. Oh, shit. That's the same exact thing that happened. It's the same exact thing. Oh, shit. That's not even it. Guess what, Ricky? Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry both had fathers who were professional athletes.
Are you fucking serious?
Steph Curry, Dell Curry, that is, professional athlete. Patrick Mahomes Sr., professional athlete. Something funny about them, both of them have two siblings, but both of their siblings is the same, right? A younger brother and then a younger sister. Steph Curry, that is. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes, a younger brother and then a younger sister. Same way. Oh, how about their MVPs? We didn't even talk about their MVPs. They both have two MVPs, two MVP awards. And those MVP awards were prior to them getting injured.
Are you fucking serious?
How you like me now, y'all? Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry are the same person. I will have a full video breaking it all down this season. Not this season, this year. Right? I'm not just going to say it on live because certain new people won't probably catch this. So in the video section of my YouTube, I will have a full length breakdown. And that's not, I'm only giving you guys that. There is more. But I will break down how Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes' careers will be the same in the end, basically. So you like how I broke that down? Shout out to y'all on that one. Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry are the same. Not Brady and Mahomes. Brady and Mahomes' career was the same as far as post-injury. Now, for those that's new, you might want to go into my Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady number 14 video. That's what it's called. It's a live video. It's on the live section. Watch that, and I break down Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady's career being the same prior to injury. But if you want to talk about as a whole, Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry is the same person. Patrick Mahomes is the Steph Curry of football. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to you guys. Shout out to you for helping me bring that up, Ricky. So now you understand. They are both babies in a tube before you know about that. Wait. You mean they were two babies? Don't say that. Seriously? They A Settle says they in a big club. It was all set from the beginning with Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes. These guys their talent is their talent. But they are sought out in the beginning. It's crazy how nobody really really caught that about Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry when it comes to the NBA Finals and it comes to the Super Bowl. It's the same thing with both of them. It's the same exact thing. They're the same person. They do it the same way. So now you guys see. Now, Will Patrick Mahomes make it to his 6th Super Bowl? Let's see. But I'm letting you guys know now, depending on how things play out, if Patrick Mahomes, his next Super Bowl he goes to, you might not need to ask me who am I rooting for, who am I betting on. You guys probably should have a good idea of who I'm betting on. Most likely it's Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to check on that, Yosef. I'm going to check on that. Why are so many NFL franchises moving to new stadiums? Think about sports betting. They got the money. They got the money, Dud. They got a lot of money. A lot of money. Tear these new stadiums down. Let's start over. Let's start something new. They got the money to do it now. Sports betting. Now I know it's just more than sports betting, but sports betting is a big thing. Why do you think these players can get all these big contracts? That's why I always say pay attention to who's getting paid to lose and all that shit. It's a lot of money to go around now. When you control sports betting, you can control everything now. Because you're controlling the outcome of that game. You see new stadiums, brand new state-of-the-art stadiums. And not only that, you wanna know what's so crazy? Now you can bet in these new stadiums. All these new stadiums is gonna have betting kiosks in them. Sports betting. That's the reason why a lot of these stadiums is coming now. Sports betting. In the real sports world, who is a better competitor and a player? Mahomes or Curry. In real sports, who's a better competitor? Oh, Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Hands down. Steph Curry. There was no load management like Paul Pierce says. Back then, no. A lot of people seem to think, what's his name? What the fuck is his name? Kawhi Leonard started that whole low management. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. People don't even realize it was LeBron James. I remember that. I remember that vividly. I remember that. I remember when it was him doing that first. It was LeBron James doing that first. Not Kawhi Leonard. No, it wasn't. It was LeBron James. I remember that. And I almost felt like an eyeball because I was the only one talking about that shit. I remember I used to rant on Twitter about that shit back then. I swear I used to go hard in 2017. Was it 2017? 2016 or 17. I used to go hard on that shit. I'm like, yo, why nobody talks about LeBron James? Like, they always sit him down on some weird times, bruh. It was never, ever, ever talked about. Ever talked about. But when Kawhi was doing that shit, that's when they made it a big deal. I'm like, nah, it wasn't him that started that shit. That was LeBron starting that shit. Or the NBA having LeBron do it. I'm going to say that because I really believe it's the league sitting players down. So, yeah, LeBron did it first. It's just that nobody realized it. It was like it went over your heads. They made it a big deal Kawhi, when they had Kawhi do that. But it wasn't him. It wasn't him. He was the one that just took the bullet. It was LeBron. And I remember that, y'all. That's why I don't really have lower management conversations with people. Because they always lead it back to Kawhi. I'm like, nah. So yo, we had a good one. I'm gonna go handle a couple of things. This was a great fucking live. Shout out to all my guys, y'all. Shout out to all my you guys was spitting in the chat. You guys were spitting in the chat. All everyone that's still on the still watching. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Shout out to you for anyone that left. Hopefully you'll come back when you want to hear some real shit. Shout out to the super chats. Yo, this was a good. I had fun. I had fun with this one. We have to keep an eye on this whole Ravens situation too, because I really need to know if Lamar is going to get the contract, or if they're going to work on his contract. It, I need to know. It's for a reason, you know. It's a specific reason why I need to know if they're going to work on his contract. So we're gonna have to do a part 2 with this one to add the Buffalo Bills with it in the mix. So it's going to be Josh Allen and Lamar. What's going to be the excuse for both of them now? Because I need to see what's going to happen with Lamar's contract. Being that your man Crosby's there now, what are they going to do with Lamar? So I'm going to join everything together. So we were going to have to do a part 2 on this one. I think a half an hour ago I tried to check and see if there was any update. No update yet, but I'm checking it. It's a reason why. It's a real reason why. So yes, they will reconstruct it. I need to know how much. You know what I'm saying, Mike? B5, you heard Coach Flores was told to tank for Tua. Yeah. Yes. And yes. And that's the reason why he ain't gonna win no Super Bowl. Because of that shit. Whenever you have a battle with the NFL, right? They're not going to let you win. If they're going to pay you big, they're not going to let you win no Super Bowl no time soon. That's what happened with the Texans coach. I think when he was a player. Do your research on that, right? The Texans coach, he actually sued the NFL. I don't think people realize that. He had a situation. So, usually when you do that, you'll get money, but that's all you getting. You ain't raising no trophy. So, yes. That's how we can get Crosby. Okay, with the reconstruct. Yeah, so I want to know how much they giving him. Is it around 40 something? There should be a part 2 of this live stream. Yeah, yep. There's gonna be a part 2. It has to be because we don't know all the facts yet. I mean, it's official, but I gotta know what else comes with that. I need to know what else comes with that. Lamar could move down to number 11 on the rankings. I like that you said that. You want to know why? Because number 11, I'm not going to say it's the only number, but number 11 is one of the numbers to look out for, y'all. I have everything already collected. Not everything, because we're going to see new things, but even throughout this past season, I have certain stats. I have certain things to talk about with the number 11. Be on the lookout for the number 11 this year, you guys. I'm going to hurt your brain with the information that I'm going to bring you with the number 11. So it's funny that you had mentioned the number 11, guys. I mean, Mike, it's funny that you said that because I'm going to blow your brains out with some information that I have dealing with the number 11. But I may be doing it all year long, but I got a lot of data starting from last year for the number 11. Texans are always scripted to not play in the Super Bowl. Absolutely. And it's funny that you said that, Ricky, because another live I'm going to do is the number 1 versus number 2 teams in each state. You're probably wondering what I mean by that. You just got to watch the live and find out. I forgot to read your comment on a Floyd and Mike Tyson fight. What about that fight? What about that stupid fight? What Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather? Yes, let me talk about this for 2 minutes before I go. Mike Tyson versus Floyd motherfucking Mayweather. I'm not even blaming Floyd Mayweather on this fight. It ain't even him because let's keep it 100. You had Money Mayweather and then you had Pretty Boy Floyd, right? Pretty Boy Floyd was the one doing the knockouts. Money Mayweather is the one that was going to tap you up and win off the points like that. So let's keep it 100. It's not like we're always looking for a Floyd Mayweather fight for a knockout, but let's keep it 100. Every single person in this world, if you're watching the Tyson fight, you're watching to see if he's going to knock somebody out. I don't want to watch no Tyson real fight or exhibition if he don't plan on knocking nobody out. If it's not scripted for him to knock anybody out, I don't want to see Tyson fight. I don't care how old he is. Either he could be young or old. If it's not in the script for him to knock somebody out or attempt to knock somebody out, I don't want to see Mike Tyson. To me, respectfully, is a waste. If I see Tyson in the ring, I want to see him go for a knockout. If he's not going to go for a knockout, there's no sense on watching him. It's kind of like if they was to script something for Deontay Wilder, right? If they don't have him knocking no one out or attempting to knock anybody out, I don't want to see it. That's what it is. It just is what it is. I I think that fight is stupid, but it's to get him more money. It's to get both of them more money. Kwame Brown? Yeah. Kwame Brown is Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown, if Kwame Brown is not exposing certain things that we want to know, I don't care about Kwame Brown. Meaning I pay attention to him, but if you ain't really going to expose anything, bro, former players, I can't listen. It's hard to listen to them because it's things they can say and things they can't say. That's why it's hard for me to listen to them. So fight got canceled, right? Okay. Oh, so it got canceled. What's up with this Ronda Rousey fight? See another one. See another one. If she ain't making no comeback to the UFC, I don't want to see that joint. I mean, I'll watch it, but ain't gonna make no big headlines. Ain't gonna make no big headlines. I can't wait for UFC tonight. You know, I'm a big UFC head. I'm a big UFC head. I'm still trying to figure out who's gonna win that fight today with Holloway and Oliveira. I think Holloway should win this fight convincingly this time because that last one on part one, they're probably saying that that wasn't even a real fight the first time with Oliveira because Oliveira got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And Holloway was celebrating like he had a massive win. Nah, but so far I think I'm gonna rock with not Oliveira, Max Holloway. But I'm gonna do more studying too. So I can't wait for that tonight. You know, I love me that. I love me some UFC. Can you do a live stream on MJ if NBA was real? I wish I could show you the notes, Joseph. I got 2 pages fully clipped ready on MJ. Don't Joseph, you really want me to go there? The fight got postponed. Okay, you're talking about the Mayweather joint. Okay. Tyson is a younger version of Foreman. Yeah, that's true though, because Foreman was one of those people that when you see him, because you know he got to fight the big dogs. So yeah, yep. You want to see when it comes to Foreman, you want to see him knock somebody out. Scary fighter in the prime, and then smiley face later in life. I agree with you, Ray. I agree. I don't like that. I like the mean Tyson. If you all sweet now, I don't want to see that shit, bro. I don't want to see that shit. Yo, Robin, you came in. You better watch this playback, bro. You want to love this playback. It was a good one. It was a good one. You may want to, cause I'm about to skate. This was a good joint. MJ was your best player ever. I got a lot to say about that. I have a lot to say about the whole MJ shit. I think you won't like that one. Right? So, guys, this was a great ass live. We cooked. We cooked for 2 hours and 33 fucking minutes. This was a good one. All you Raven fans, I'm sorry I had upset you. I'm so sorry about that, but it is what it is. I just want you to see what I'm saying. And maybe you'll have a better understanding on where I'm coming from. It wasn't to offend any of you guys, but you'll understand it. You'll understand it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, make sure you guys watch this playback and enjoy it, whether you guys are at work, whatever it is. And in the comment section, make sure if you came up with anything that you forgot to say in the chat, make sure you put it down. Our next live should be fun, you know. And what the draft is next month. So things are starting to come back, you know. Is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I do not know. You tell me. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm going live tomorrow too. Ah, we out. Ah.